Today we heard from union leaders with Hennepin EMS who were directly involved in the response to last week's shooting. They say their members are struggling and need more support. Danny Spiewak joins us live from the Capitol with their message. Danny?
Well, EMS union leaders came to the Capitol to make a couple of points today. First, they urged state lawmakers to bolster funding for the industry, saying that they need to support more staffing and decrease burnout across the industry. Secondly, they called out their leaders at Hennepin EMS, saying that those leaders, in their view, have failed them in the aftermath of the Annunciation Church shooting.
Hennepin EMS dispatch to Hennepin EMS command.
When the Annunciation Church shooting call came through, Hennepin EMS worked to transport patients to the hospital.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt here. We just got an update from squads. They want EMS in front of the church for victims. We have at least 20 victims at this point is what they're saying.
Part of the training is to remove the emotion.
But paramedic Jason Snetting will never forget what he saw on scene.
It's surprising how it sneaks up on you. Sometimes it doesn't hit you right away. Sometimes it hits you 2 hours later, 3 hours later, a couple days later.
But Snetting and other union representatives from the Hennepin County Association of Paramedics and EMTs said at a Capitol News conference Thursday that Hennepin EMS leaders have not offered enough support.
Some of my colleagues directly involved with the event had received pushback from management when trying to take time away to deal with the impact.
Hennepin EMS Chief Marty Shear has acknowledged the toll.
But no matter how much you train for it, it's still really difficult on the team.
One day after the shooting, Shear indicated that he had given some workers time off.
They're doing pretty well. We gave most of the people the day off today that were there yesterday, but they'll come back to work and do the same thing over again.
But union leaders, including Dan Kiley representing the dispatchers, are asking for built-in time off following traumatic incidents.
In reality, behind the scenes, responders were grieving while still being told to actively remain available for calls.
DFL Senator Judy Seeberger and Representative John Hewitt say they plan to push for more EMS funding to bolster staffing.
It's finally time to do something.
Funding is the #1 ask from the union, which might relieve pressure on management.
I think they want to do the right thing, but a lot of times they're hamstrung either by the decisions that happen further up the chain or just the circumstances, and we need help.
In the last couple of hours, we did receive a new statement from Hennepin Healthcare talking about the support that they say they've offered to Hennepin EMS workers. They say that includes 24/7 counselors, psychiatrists, a critical incident support team, peer groups, and other resources. And they say they are respecting time off requests from employees that need time to process.
Yeah.
Back to you.
When you think about the fact that most of those victims were just children, it's understandable. Thank you, Danny.